Hello.
Hello. All right, so here we are in Vietnam. The kids have the giggles. So if we're able to get through this, we're going to talk about Vietnam. We've had the pleasure of being here for 30 days. And where have we been?
Hanoi, Hoi An, Ho Chi Minh.
Yep. And so, in Da Nang, right by Hoi An. But the other, Ho Chi Minh, Saigon, Ho Chi Minh was the name before, what's the right term?
Before independence?
Before the it's
Yeah, Saigon, it was Saigon during the war, and it was Ho Chi Minh after.
right post-war.
So anyway, it's interesting because they said that the official documents, everything is in Ho Chi Minh, but you see like subtle, I don't know, grabs when you see buildings that are Saigon, and a lot of people in southern Vietnam will refer to it as Saigon.
And locals.
Yep.
A lot of locals do.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna share with you what we have on kind of our favorite things from Vietnam. We've done a lot, but we've picked out just a couple things that we'd like to share with you guys.
Great, you go first.
So mine is probably it was interesting, was the
Go Chi Tunnel.
Go Chi tunnels. They were tunnels made by the, what are they called? The
Viet Cong.
Viet Cong during the Vietnamese War. They were just little small holes, and they were like hundreds of miles of just tunnels throughout the Saigon of Ho Chi Minh.
Yep. And why did the Viet Cong have those?
Because that was their strategy of warfare. It was called guerrilla warfare, and it was their strategy.
And you couldn't see them from above, so that's what made them. And like, if a bomb was dropped, there's certain levels of the tunnels where they wouldn't be affected by the bomb.
Yeah. So what did you think about when we went
And
through?
the whole area wasn't only the tunnels, but there was traps they showed traps that they would use. It was interesting. Some of the traps were quite brutal,
Yeah. Can you look at that?
and then it was very interesting.
Do you want to go more?
Tunnels were dope.
Yeah. The tunnels were
very small.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
tunnels.
like me and Grayson were like, we could stand up, right?
Like
We could
hunch down.
punch them. Yeah, so we all had a really difficult time. I mean, during Vietnam, it's been interesting because, especially being Americans through here, everybody's kind, but traveling north to South Vietnam, the message looks different.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, even going through the tunnels and seeing, the guerrilla warfare type traps that they had sent, what we kept trying to tell the kids is it's historical and it's important to understand this and to see it, but also not celebrate it and not playing it because it was part of war. So it's been kind of tricky when we do this stuff. I don't know if you guys felt any of that, but
Yeah.
so.
Was the North, weren't they a little bit more?
The North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong fought together.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll go.
Yeah.
So mine's quite a bit different than his topic was,
Yeah.
but probably one of my highlights of Vietnam was we went on a 3-day, 2-night like mini cruise. You could fit like 40 people there, but
Where was the cruise at?
How long there?
Halong Bay, and it was really fun because we got to also get off the ship, so we went like caving and looked at different sorts of rock formations, and we went kayaking and all like that stuff. We went swimming and stuff like that. But the cruise ship was really nice because they had lots of activities, but they also had like squid fishing. So we met some Australians there, and we were just catching squid at night and stuff because they had like the pools we could do that
Yeah.
too.
Well, Halong Bay, I think is, if some people have seen pictures of Vietnam, usually there's a picture from Halong Bay. It's very iconic, sharp,
And it's usually
small, like
Rock formation.
rock formations in the bay that you can just go through for miles. There's like supposedly over 1,000 of them, so it's quite scenic. It's really,
Yeah,
really
I
cool.
can imagine that there was
There's a really good view from the top of the ship as well.
Yep.
And we were lucky because our ship wasn't full, so there was like 15 people on our ship instead of 40.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is off season, so this is winter for them. So
It was a little cooler.
it was it was a little bit cooler. But you went swimming. You went swimming still.
Mhm, in the bay.
Did I? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool.
So, yep. So you enjoyed the squid fishing, and then what happened when you caught the squid?
Oh, we brought it to the chefs and they prepared it for us. We ate it. It's pretty good, but
Yeah.
It
You'll never have any fish any fresher than that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go?
I'll go. So mine's just, I think the one thing that I was kind of surprised about in Vietnam, other than, you know, there's a lot of things to see and it's a really interesting country, but their coffee here is really quite good. They have loads of good coffee shops, and it's a big part of their culture is coffee, and so I find that fascinating because I love coffee. And we did a experience, I guess, a coffee experience at one of the
Airbnb.
local coffee experiences, and he showed us all the different ways that Vietnamese prepare their coffee, all the way from cold brew to just the regular, you know, espresso drinks, and then egg coffee, which is a big drink here in Vietnam, which is very good. So, but their coffee scene is really good. You can't go more than 20 steps without finding another coffee shop, which is awesome, and it's, you know, quite inexpensive. So that's a part of it I really enjoyed and really didn't expect. So yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that's been really nice in Vietnam is there's a lot of Airbnb experiences, and so as well as like local tours and, you know, local people that will show you whatever. But we've done a lot of experiences. It seems like we did a lantern making class, we did the cooking class, he and I, going out to an organic farm. We did a jewelry making.
Tile, wasn't
The tile.
That was way back in
it?
Portugal.
No, there was like something that you did in Hanoi as well, but anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Food tasting. Yeah. So we've had a lot of experiences here in Vietnam. One that wasn't an experience that I really liked, I think we all really did, was when are we keeping you up? We can kick you out. I'm sorry if 11 hours of sleep wasn't enough. But when we were in Hoi An, we stayed with the family. So we stayed in their house and cooked us breakfast every day. And the part that was amazing is that we were there over Tet, or their Lunar New Year. And so, you know, just imagine having guests in your house for Christmas. Like, we were trying to like stay out of their space, and
Strangers.
yeah, they were really welcoming, wanting us to, like, you know, helping us understand the New Year better. And the Lunar New Year is celebrated for, do you remember how many days?
10 days.
10 days. And the 30, let's see, so the first day of New Year, you know, it's all very much based around the family. So the first day they were with their family, and they told us where it was, a village that was probably like, how far away?
10 minutes motorbike,
Yeah.
30-minute walk.
30-minute walk.
Yeah, so they explained, they're like, oh, you know, broken English, and they're like, go to this village, find us, and hang out, because there's a lot of eating great food. And so Grace and I walk across to this island and find them, and then we go over and we help cook and just, you know, see how they're decorating and ask questions and get questions answered. And then the next day we all came over.
We went across that like metal bridge that was probably about 4 feet wide.
Yep.
So we just tucked to the side while like a 2-lane motorbike road was right next to us.
Yeah. So, but it was nice. The next day, all of us went over there, and they're super welcoming, and we just sat and ate with their family, and the kids learned about gambling. I guess it's a big part. The second day of TED is like the kids play this like little gambling game. And
we won big. We got like $10.
they did.
Starting off with nothing.
Yes. So anyway, we've had a wonderful time in Vietnam. And so, as we've done every country that we've been to, we have a little gift. Seriously, we gotta get you back to bed. So we have a little gift that we've collected of all of our travels in Vietnam, and we'd like to send it to somebody. So if you're interested in getting it, just go ahead and write a message below in the Facebook, and then we put all those names in a drawing, and we'll draw it out. So if you do that within the next day, we will do that. So that's it. Thank you for following our adventure.
Bye.
We really appreciate it.
Goodbye.
Bye.